So now we've got our ground beef ready to go, and we're going to make the Italian casserole that my mother taught me to make. She did not make up this recipe. She got it from a lady at our church, I believe. And so that's all I really know about the origins of the recipe. First, I'm going to take a little bit of olive oil and spray a 9 by 13 casserole dish. You can use glass, you can use aluminum, you can use French white, doesn't matter. Just 13 by 9 is the size that you want. And then I just am going to pour my brown ground beef into the bottom. Just kind of stir it around. Doesn't really have to be any particular way right now because I'm going to add some sauce here. Now, we're going to take some marinara sauce. This is the Walmart brand. It does not have to be any particular name brand. Rao's makes a really great sauce. Prego makes a great one. I love tomato basil sauce in this. But you're using this as your base. You're fixing to zhuzh it all up anyway. So we're going to take 1 can of the marinara and we're going to open it up and pour that into the casserole dish. I take just a little bit of water and I shake my jar up because we want all that good stuff in the bottom. Stir it, mix it right in the bottom of the pan. It's not going to hurt it. This is one of those recipes that you can't hurt it. You just mix it well together. And you could mix all this in a bowl to start with and then pour it in your casserole dish. And to be honest, that's the nice, neat way to do it. But I didn't want to dirty another bowl. So I get this where the ground beef is mixed in well with all that sauce. But before I'm done, I take 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, not salt, garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of Italian seasonings, 1 teaspoon of basil, chopped basil, dried basil, and 1 teaspoon of spicy Italian seasoning mix. I got that at Home Goods. It's just a bag full of this seasoning mix that has the little pepper flakes in it. It is so good. So I'm mixing all that in to that sauce as well. So now we salt and pepper our ground beef when we cooked it. So I don't feel I need to put any more salt in here. You can taste it and it tastes plenty salty to me. Plus you're going to add some cheese here in a minute and that's going to add more salt. So I think a lot of times we just add way too much salt. And we don't need that much salt. So mix all your herbs in here. Get them good and stirred in till your mixture has an even distribution of the meat and the sauce and the herbs. It's all well combined. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like as close to it as I can. So you see that. Now, in this bowl, I'm going to take about a cup of the mozzarella cheese. This is the Kraft mozzarella cheese. And a cup of, this is a mixture of the Walmart and the Daisy sour cream because I didn't have enough of the Walmart left to make a whole cup, so I added Daisy to it as well. And I'm just mixing all of this into a bowl. I'm going to stir it all together. And it's a cup of the mozzarella and a cup of sour cream. And that may not be as much. I may want a little more than that in there. So I think I'm going to add a little bit more. I'll be right back. Okay, this is the Kraft cheese that I'm using. It's the mozzarella blend, thick cut. And it's a little flatter than a lot of, but I'm using an 8-ounce package. That's what I did wrong. I was going by the cup and not the ounces. So 8 ounces is different than a cup because 1 cup measures, this measures 2 cups. The 8 ounces will measure up 2 cups in here. So you want either 2 cups measured or 8 ounces in a bag. But 1 cup measured of sour cream. And you're gonna mix all this up. If you want, you can add your oregano and Italian spices into this as well. I got it in the sauce, so I don't feel like I need any more, but this is about the way you want it to look. Let's see. And so now we're gonna take this, and I wash my hands before I start cooking, so my hands are clean, and it's my family eating it. And we're just gonna drop this by dollops into the pan. Across until we're finished getting all this cheese mixture into the pan. And then I'll go back and put them between spaces where there's holes just to fill it in. But this is going to melt down into that sauce and make it extremely yummy. Like I said, you're just going to go back in and throughout the little spaces that you got, put a little dollop in somewhere to kind of fill it in. Try to fill in some of those little holes. Plus you want to use all of it. You don't want to leave any in the pan, in the bowl. You want it in your casserole dish. Now, a lot of the recipes that I'm showing you are very budget-friendly recipes, and it's because I grew up and I've had to raise my family on a very tight budget. We were hamburger helper fed a lot of the time, or we had these recipes that were just budget-friendly casserole dishes. Now, since coming into my own with my own family, I added a little more cheese to this recipe because I like a lot of cheese. So I have about a cup of shredded Gouda cheese that I'm adding in here too. Because there's no such thing as too much cheese where I'm concerned. And now we have this. We've got the dollops of the sour cream and mozzarella in here. And we have our Gouda cheese over the top as well. Now this is the last part of putting the casserole together, and it's the most terrifying part of making any casserole that requires a canned roll or canned biscuit. So, I don't know about you, but I feel like these are where I developed my anxiety from. Either that or the perfection game. That one always got me too. But you're going to take it and you're going to wallop it on the side of your counter and bust it open. And my countertop is clean as well. I clean my counters the whole time I'm cooking. And you're going to just unroll each half of the can. They come in like little half sheets, and you're going to take it, you know, roll it out across the top of this casserole. And reaches almost all the way across. But you'll find a little seam right here. It's kind of hard to see that sometimes, but you'll find it. It's a little seam that goes all the way across. You just want to pull on that, and then you want to stretch that dough across the casserole. Fix it in there. And now I'll be right back with some butter and some Parmesan. Okay, I'm back. I've melted some butter, about 2 tablespoons. May not use it all, but I melted 2 tablespoons here. We're gonna brush with our brush. You can use the silicone brush, you can use the one with the bristle. I have both. This is what I pulled out of my drawer. And I do give it a good dousing with the butter. But if you're raising a family of 4 and you need to feed them a good meal, again, use whatever cheese you want. I like this. It has no cellulose powder in it. And it's all natural. It's the 4C grated cheese. That's all it says. And I either got it at Kroger or Walmart. Can't remember which. But it's not powder. It's actually grated cheese. But it's grated pretty fine. And I just put that over the top of my crescent rolls that I've rolled out. And you want a good layer of it. This is a lot of cheese, I know, but it's so good. This can go back in your fridge. And this is going to go in my oven at 375 degrees until I see bubbles coming up all the way around and the top is real bubbly and brown. Be back as soon as it's done. Okay, so I want you to see the bubbles and how golden. See how that melted cheese and there's more bubbles over here coming up? That's what you want to see before you take this out of your oven. All right, we've got our casserole out of the oven now. We're going to pair it up with some salad. My husband likes salad. I'm not a fan, but he likes it. So I try to make him a nice one. See that crispy top crunching down there? That's good stuff right there. Now the bottom is going to be kind of liquidy, and that's normal. It's not going to be solid in the bottom. It's only going to be that nice crispy top that's solid. But you're going to spoon that over that bread mixture. And you're going to add a piece of garlic toast on there. And that will help when you're softening that up. So this is what you're going to be eating for dinner. Thanks for cooking with me, and hopefully I'll be back again real soon.